actors are trying to play 17-year-olds, but they obviously look like 30.
You're better off watching Duck Dynasty.
Better than Gears. Better than
Halo.
You killed Bob Hoskins.
It is February 15th, and welcome to Popcast. Alex here.
Joseph.
Chad.
Ray.
And what about The Walking Dead back last Sunday?
Oh my
Pretty surprising.
God.
A lot of people were really hyped about this show.
Same here.
So that's friggin' awesome.
This episode was fucking badass.
I think so too.
Especially kicking it off right after the events of the prison with Michonne just going at it.
Yes.
Awesome.
I didn't have to wait as long as you guys did because you were completely caught up.
Right.
I had to catch up, afterwards.
I like the fact that Michonne put Herschel's poor severed head to rest.
Yeah, that was
very deep.
Yeah.
That was good. It was good because it was kind of like her saying, boom, prison's over.
Yep.
Now we got to get into the real shit.
New thing now.
But then what was great too is that I thought it was also symbolizing like her cutting off her humanity
Ties to the group.
And then she even like kind of went off the path a little bit.
Which that's what I liked about it.
Yeah. Overall, the companionship, she knows they're good and she needs it and they need each other and the way Carl kind of had to grow, or the way Rick pretty much had to realize that Carl can handle it without him there.
I like that tension between the two of them.
Man.
Well, it's mainly between Carl.
It's in his own head.
But I mean
that's daddy issues.
Exactly, but that was for me the highlight of it was Michonne.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially because that character had been so in the dark,
Right.
that you finally got light of who she was.
Yeah, they opened her up wide
Big
during
time.
that episode.
She's a mother with fucking issues. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, her kid, more than likely, the kid's dead.
One of them, her kid was dead, and her brother, her lover, and her brother.
Yeah.
Fucking, she used them as the walkers for bait. So I mean,
which I got disbelief because they weren't the same actors.
Clearly, you know what I mean.
I couldn't believe it.
And having to make two new pets
took me out of the reality.
Yeah, the reality.
I don't believe it.
I was like, I stopped it, rewound it, and then checked out the credits. I'm like, not the same actors. No, boo.
No, but I mean, it was even good to see her how she even made the pets.
Yeah.
I liked seeing that.
Step
by step how she fucking made it. But I think the true star of this episode was Carl. I don't know if anybody agrees with that.
He's going to be the main thing of the whole season, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think
looks that way.
the rest of it, he's going to keep everything together because Rick is obviously, as you can see, just kind of
very fragile.
What season is
he's
this?
broken right now.
The end of season 4. The last half of season 4.
4B. Call it that way. 4B.
No.
Yeah.
Season 5 is about Carl. 6 is about Daryl. Watch.
Well, no. So
I think they're going to do Daryl soon.
So what's happening now? Daryl's in the next one.
You're right.
So what's happening now is the next group of people they're going to focus on is, besides Rick, Michonne, and Carl, they're going to go on another group. So I think they alluded to Daryl,
right,
Glenn,
and they alluded to Glenn,
right,
and Maggie too,
right. So
all
you're going to
together.
see that trio and how they survive.
That's an interesting dynamic. Daryl's going to step up, I think.
Hopefully,
because he's always kind of been a leader, but kind of just hesitant because his brother was always that shadow, and now he realizes that his brother, I think, is beyond any kind of help. Or do you guys think he's still going to try to help him? And
that
Daryl's brother.
Well, he's
Daryl's
dead. I mean, but
dead.
No, but you mean foreshadow become the leader that he should be.
Yeah, well, I do see Rick kind of being shoved out. That's how I see it.
I think Rick even kind of knows he's going to be shoved out.
Yeah.
But the only thing is, I think Rick understands his importance.
Yeah.
I think he realizes it when it comes to the group, that he realizes how important his decisions affect everybody else. You saw at the end of season 4A.
Right.
You know what happened with the governor. So I think Rick's going to take that into account, but I think Daryl will step up. I don't know why I want to say this. I don't want the guy to go. I think they're going to kill Daryl off soon.
It would be a very cool thing to do for them.
That would be the biggest mistake ever, though.
It
would be one of the ballsiest thing. It would be the equivalent of Boardwalk
It would be
Empire
very artistic and
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That would be the reason. There's merit to it.
Exactly.
But still, it would be horrible, man.
For them.
It depends. Well, they have to develop him, I think, another year. He's still very cool. Because, like you said, Rick realizes that he has ramifications to all of his decisions. But more importantly, I think so does the crew, because before they were kind of like using him as like an anchor, kind of like like they were latching onto him, like when you're drowning, you grab on. They were just using him as like a crutch. They kind of relied on him too much, and little by little, they each had to kind of realize that at the end of it, we have to defend ourselves, but we still need each other. But it's not about like having a leader. Like
it's just about the companionship.
Yeah, it's about being companions and not being, a dictator. And that's kind of what they showed you with the governor, like the opposite of what could happen if it gets too corrupted. But luckily, Rick is a good guy, and then that's what saves all of them overall. And Michonne, she's like, at first we thought she was a ruthless, cold-hearted bitch. She still is.
She's a badass.
Yeah,
bitch,
but now there's like depth to her, and that's what she was missing.
She's a human too.
I don't know. I think one of the most telling things was Carl sitting on that rooftop eating pudding.
That was great.
He ate it
I
all.
like that.
He ate it all.
I just put myself in that scenario, and I'm like, it's the end of the fucking world. I've been through so much shit. Let me just fucking enjoy myself for a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Best thing, I think the most telling thing for me, anyways, what I got of it was the end. When Carl and Rick are talking, and they hear that knock, and they're worried, and then Rick looks and tells Carl, that's for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was just fucking great intro. Good fucking episode.
Yeah.
I heard it was directed by Robert Kirkman, so that probably explains why it was so good character development.
You know what? I did notice too that, again, I watched shots and stuff, that it was filmed totally so personal, and I think it helped it, and it was something different that they haven't tried in the series usually.
Which I think with that show, especially after what happened, you need that personal aspect.
Yeah, well, it was a very personal episode.
Right, so hopefully they continue that, and hopefully it ends good with that season.
I want this season to end with a bang, too. I really do.
Yeah, but
it will.
How many episodes until it's over?
I think we got another 7 more.
7 more.
Right.
But other than that, besides that, how was everybody's week?
My week was all right. I caught up on a couple things. We were talking about House of Dead. I caught House of Dead. The Walking Dead.
Thinking about Uwe Boll?
Actually, yeah, because we were talking about a movie that, anyways, we don't want to go on a tangent right now, but I kind of invested 2 days in catching up with House of Cards.
Oh,
per
very
season.
good. So proud of you.
Thank you. Yeah, Ray chimed in a couple episodes, and it was just,
Did you get that bill signed yet?
Oh, if only it were
you
like
gotta
that.
scratch my back and wipe my butt, and we can see what happens.
It's
I am not a crook.
Yeah, it did take about 3 to 4 episodes to warm up for me.
Right?
I got hooked to Arrow quicker.
Yeah.
Just because it's a comic book show and it's what I
something we
wanted.
relate
I
to a
haven't
little more.
seen a comic book show like good in a while.
That's kind of why I turned out a House of Cards. I'm just not into Senate shit. You know what I mean? But I'll give it a chance.
But again, why I kind of let it marinate was because I had to be in the right mindset. I felt that I was,
Right.
So, wow.
Yeah.
And I know you've been watching season 2, which just premiered today, actually. Yesterday, right?
Right.
Okay. And a lot of people I know on the internet were buzzing about it.
I am 12 out of 13 episodes deep into the new season of House of Cards.
Shit, you're almost done.
I
one day.
am a junkie for this show. The way most junkie, the way you're into about Arrow, I'm about House of Cards. Put it that way, and it's just it.
You have pictures of shirtless Kevin Spacey in your room, like he does the guy from Arrow.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but the shock of the first episode notwithstanding.
Yeah, let's just say.
Yeah.
Let's just, Alex, but though, you know what? Yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to invest too much time in there because I had to hang on with the death grip.
That's kind of why I'm not. I want to watch it just because of the acclaim.
Yeah.
Everybody, House of Cards, this House of Cards. I mean, you guys are even talking about it.
Yeah.
I just those political shows just do not fucking.
You're better
work with
off
me.
watching Duck Dynasty.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned Dynasty. I guess the correlation you can make is it's Macbeth pretty much in
There you
politics.
go.
Yeah.
There you go.
A lot of backstabbing.
If there's no
manipulative
gargoyles, I
wife.
don't care.
No. The only gargoyles in this show are the inner gargoyles of the characters.
Inner gargoyles.
There's more inner demons than you can shake a stick at.
But let's just say the whole first season, the big payoff to me wasn't a big payoff. The big season closer, you're mentioning like it has to be a good season
Yeah,
closer.
there's one thing I didn't
It wasn't
notice
a big
either.
closer.
Like most of them don't end. There seems to be no like real drama. Every time I poke in. And
Do you know why that is?
Because the bill got signed and nobody gives a shit.
Do you know why that is? Because this is a show for adults. There doesn't have to be a big shocking thing that happens at the end of every episode.
Is that what it is? You're saying that I'm fucking old now?
No,
I'm over the hill where I'm
It's an
finding
old people. Exactly. Thank you, Chad. It's an old people show.
But he just said for Walking Dead, I wanted to have a climactic ending. You're an adult. What happened there?
Jesus. I have what I expect from Walking Dead, and I have what I expect from House of Cards.
True.
They're not the same thing because they're not the same type of show.
Well, that's kind of...
You're trying to fit it... You're trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, and it doesn't work that way.
Right.
And the sound effects shouldn't be used for personal opinions. That's
there you
go. That's not right.
Yeah, dude.
Because I don't agree with that womp, and so don't 1.4 million other people in America.
I said that's just sad that it's not like Walking Dead.
If that's the case, we need our own soundboards for opinion.
I'm pretty sure House of Cards wishes they had Walking Dead's audience.
Wrong.
Well, it's completely different. It's Netflix pre-bought.
Not the same thing.
Oh, excuse me, soundboard. Excuse me.
Yeah, soundboard's actually.
Well, season 2. I don't want to get too much in season 2 because it's fresh. It's fresh, man. Season 1 has been out a year,
right.
So to me, it's 3 months.
Season 2 came out already?
Yeah, it just premiered yesterday.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so that's why we're talking about it. But season 1, I put a kind of a spoiler by mentioning like I wanted to see a ghost of one of the characters, which kind of just says like I guess this person dies in the show. But if you start off watching season 2, the whole second season is based off them investigating the death of this character. So there's no way if you haven't watched season 1 by now, and if you're just jumping on to season 2, then you're a nitwit, and you're not being spoiled. You're just being stupid.
Now, without spoiling anything, it's getting so much murkier and messier, and a lot more knife twisted.
You know what I recommend?
What?
Start off with season 2. But watch like one of those cool recap season 1 things, or like in last season, because you'll see like Kevin Spacey doing his Kevin Spacey stuff, and you'll see everything being cool, but cutting out all that little the political trim.
Last season on House of Cards.
Yeah, because now
I'm just a bill on Capitol Hill.
Yeah, and honestly, I felt that way, but I had to grasp on, and I'm glad I did overall. Yeah. I'm glad I did.
Well, I don't fucking know, man. I don't want to watch that show. I really don't.
Well,
the funny but speaking of like recaps, it's so funny. Like my coworkers, I would say, "Oh, you need to watch Dexter." They're like, "Oh, I didn't see season 4." But you know what these people do? They go on Wikipedia to find out what happened.
That's lazy.
That's fucking lame.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I did that for another show that I started watching, Hemlock Grove.
Oh my god! I heard that was horrible.
Check it out.
Cheesy. It's cheesy.
Chad though mentioned some shows that we like that are real slow burning, like House of Cards and and some other things.
What kind of a show is it though?
It's a werewolf show.
It's a supernatural thriller.
And it gives you what you expect from a werewolf show, except for the werewolves.
Oh, well, that's really disappointing.
First episode had, to give credit, okay, this is what saved it. This is what grabbed my attention for 8 episodes out of 13. Fucking loser. The best werewolf transformation scene ever put on film.
Sure. Better than American Werewolf in
the first episode.
Better than The Howling.
That's all I can say. Yes, better than The Howling.
Better than Werewolf Soldiers?
Yes.
There is nothing that will top
better than Michael Jackson's Thriller?
Listen to what we are saying. There is nothing, repeat.
No, yeah.
Nothing.
It's intense. It's cool.
That will top the werewolf transformation.
I want to see this Michael Jackson.
Just Google it. Just YouTube the clip. Hemlock Grove transformation.
Save yourself the hours and watch the watching on YouTube.
It is annoying, man. These kids these actors are trying to play 17-year-olds, but they obviously look like 30. So it's like,
how come I want to say Eli Roth was a part of this?
He's executive producing.
Okay.
Which means he said, "Hey, let me introduce you to somebody." Oh, and they signed it and they put his name.
Here, he'll take care of your special effects.
Yeah.
That's in the other one.
Yeah, so I just kind of wanted to bring up those two things because they're TV shows and we like them.
Yeah. But as much as I like the Walking Dead premiere, for me, the 4th episode of True Detective blew it out of the water. And I'm speaking from a personal thing.
See, that's another one that I'm not sure. I need to be in the right mindset to watch it.
You know what? Exactly.
What's True Detective?
It's a new,
exactly.
It's a new drama on HBO. It has Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey. They're two homicide detectives investigating a grisly murder. And there's a lot of interlocking themes to it.
Right here.
And I gotta tell you, I've seen McConaughey probably do some of his best acting in this.
Wow, better than Frailty?
Yeah,
Better
it's
than
along those
Buyers.
lines.
Dallas Buyers Club.
I have not
Dallas
seen
Buyers.
that yet. I will eventually,
Okay.
but it's along the lines of Frailty in a way.
How long has this true?
It's premiered a few weeks before the Super Bowl, like in January. It's they've already mapped out how the show's going to work. It's going to be 8 episodes a season, and it's going to be anthology style, meaning it's going to change every season,
Like American Horror
Horror Story. But so far, they're making this thing work to such an angle because the characters are so damaged. There is nothing light about True Detective. It's grim.
Yeah, you see, and I need to be in the right mindset to watch a
It's not on Netflix
grim
yet, is
show.
it?
No,
it's on
Netflix.
HBO right now.
It's HBO. You know, the only thing though is like, how long are those actors gonna last? I don't see Woody Harrelson doing another show for much longer.
Yeah, maybe another 2
And
seasons.
neither Matthew McConaughey either. I mean, maybe
Especially
they're going to
now.
start it off and then they'll spin off in another 2 actors doing it or whatever.
And you know what? And I think that's okay.
I think so too, as long
Yeah.
as you get known actors.
Yeah, I
As
haven't
long as
seen
you
the
get
show,
people
but-
who are competent enough to pull it off every season, absolutely.
I say
So you're-
Channing Tatum
Oh,
Channing
sure.
Tatum.
but you're
and
saying
James Franco.
that none
Tatum
of
we
this
trust.
that none of this hype is like because of their acting. That you're saying that they're that replaceable. This show is like mainly about the writing and
Well,
stuff.
because I mean, I think before the show premiered, the executive producer and the creator jumped out in front and said, "This is how the show's going to work. It's going to be anthology style, and we're going to change it up every year. And it's only going to be 8 episodes a season as opposed to 10, 12, whatever."
Yeah, sounds like
They're
a
keeping
great
it
idea.
so that's already working in its favor. They're keeping it short and concise.
Yeah, man, I like it like that.
Yeah. Oh. There's a drawl in that character, but it's not a beat.
Yeah, I gotta
man.
see that eventually. Eventually, I'll check it out on HBO to go.
You see, I like my Matthew McConaughey upbeat.
Oh, this guy.
I don't like depressed. skinny.
I like
and
mine with
mustache.
AIDS.
Oh, whoa.
You like your Matthew McConaughey.
I like my
with
Matthew
it.
Line of the
McConaughey with
night.
AIDS. He was emotional. He was sweet. I like that Matthew
But-
McConaughey.
So how many episodes in is this?
This is 4 episodes in.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a chance because I have been
4
hearing
more
so
left,
much about it.
No more left and it's over.
You know what? I've been kind of jumping into shows after their first season is available. Kind of Raymond brought it up or alluded to on Netflix. You know, like that's the best time to give a show a chance because
'cause
you
you
just
can
kind of
skip
get into
all the bullshit,
it. Yeah,
If it ain't on
exactly.
Netflix, it ain't worth watching.
it's coming to that. It's coming to that.
Well, hopefully HBO realizes that and takes the Netflix motto instead of.
Yeah.
Because I think it was an interesting statistic. More people own a subscription to Netflix than they do any of the cable fucking shows.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
fucking insane, dude.
Well, that's why they want to combine cable companies now and things like that. You know. Well, there's not too many different distractions these days.
Netflix doesn't have like a Redbox kiosk, does it?
Oh no,
Yes.
but
No,
maybe
like-
soon. I don't
Netflix
know.
has this thing where you mail it to your home.
Oh,
And you mail
okay.
it back
Do you
whenever you're
use
done.
Redbox, Alex?
No, I don't use Redbox.
Oh,
Okay.
they have a lot
no,
of new
like-
games.
Yeah, because I was wanting to know if they rent out Xbox One games there. Probably not, right?
I don't know.
Speaking of Xbox One, though, I got a fucking email this morning.
Uh,
Fucking the beta to Titanfall.
Oh,
Fucking good.
okay.
This is gonna be Xbox's big exclusive game, by far.
Which I can
Better than Gears, better than Halo, better than
Wow.
whatever other
COD.
gay shit Microsoft can come up with.
Call of Poopy.
That's not an exclusive to Xbox though.
That's pretty much everywhere.
But Titanfall's fucking badass. This I don't know what to say about it except for what I like the 20 minutes that I played. I was like fucking salivating.
No, please explain this to me because this is what I've been hearing that it's online multiplayer only.
So this is what I've heard. I don't know how accurate it is. There is a solo campaign, but I think it's like 2 hours at most. The main story of it is mostly online. So you're doing the story online, and other people are in the story with you. So you're running through the story online, battling titans, taking out mercenary sentries and stuff like that.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah,
It is fucking badass. Calling the Titans just epic. It's just like it reminds me of how I thought of Pacific Rim when they saw the big fucking
Yeah.
robots. I was like, ah.
What's your setup? Like you have like a sound bar or a surround sound system?
No, not yet. I don't have it. I just have my regular
Subwoofer,
LED TV.
no.
But it was just boom. The Titanfall comes. You get it and you start fucking destroying everything in your path. The good thing is though, the reason why it works with the Titans over the players is there's a lot of structures. So the humans are literally in buildings, while the Titans are just on the street looking for humans.
Yeah.
So there's a good balance of both. I like it. I can't wait for it to come out when it comes out. When it comes out, I'm buying it.
Well, as a fan of giant mecha anime, that sounds really cool to me.
Exactly.
Because it's just like that, like in real life.
The best thing was, though, it's when you're in your Titan, the other players can literally jump on your Titan and start damaging it from the outside. So when you're in your Titan, you get your warning little symbol on top of your screen saying, player attacking Titan. You have to literally jump out of your Titan to fucking shoot the guy on top of your Titan attacking you.
That's pretty cool.
That's fucking badass.
And is it smooth?
It runs smooth. But I don't think it's as smooth as fucking Flappy Bird's way. That's what I heard a bunch of shit about that.
Really, you're seeing a Flappy Bird?
Flappy Bird.
Is it, what is that, Flappy Bird or Flappy? I mean,
Flappy Bird. Flappy Bird.
It's like some kind of Angry Bird, I guess, ripoff.
Okay.
Mixed with Mario.
yeah.
That like it's like a little bird that you hit the button and it does like a little flap every time you hit it, and you just got to keep it flying through the tunnels.
Yeah, that's the one they took off the internet, right?
Yeah, did you guys hear about that?
Yeah, the app. There was an app and it disappeared all of a sudden.
Yeah, it was.
Well, not all of a sudden.
It was really popular too. It was getting like $50,000 a day.
You would think Nintendo would have been all over that shit.
Well,
No kidding.
The thing is that the developer, his name is Dong Wen.
Okay.
Yeah, Dong.
Ooh.
That's funny, right? Funny. Other people's names is funny.
It's not that funny.
not that funny.
No, it's pretty funny.
He was just taking a sip of his water so he can hit the effect on
No,
time.
my screen went blank.
Well, yeah. So anyway, this guy's making a shitload of money, and I'm pretty sure he's getting like all these deals from everywhere.
Which might be the kind of reason why to do something like that, because what I had read is he was making $50,000 a day off that game on downloads, but he did the douchebag thing and copied the exact sprites, those green tubes from Mario, and used it. And the thing is,
the plumbing pipes.
When I first saw a picture of this game, I saw that little fluffy. What is it again?
Flappy Bird.
It's a Flappy Bird. It looks like one of those fish from Mario, the ones that fly across the screen.
Guppy fish.
I thought that would. I was like, oh, someone used a hack version of like that of a Mario game for for tablets. But no, it was actually this guy just used the graphics pretty much. And so before Nintendo could actually sue him, he took it down, because he couldn't say that, oh, I'm taking it down because Nintendo's going to sue me, because then that would acknowledge that he ripped it off. Oh. So he just said, oh, he made some bullshit excuse
that's a bitch move.
He's saying that
exactly. Make that money, yeah.
No, but that makes sense though, because like I read the other version that it's ruining my simple life, that I just want to be in peace, that this attention is driving me crazy.
Well, then stop ripping shit off.
But that's exactly because
he was saying the fans, not Nintendo.
This guy's the Asian Shia LaBeouf.
Thank you. I was thinking that.
Yep.
I'm not famous anymore. He's gonna walk around.
He ripped that off too. Apparently.
Did you see the Shia LaBeouf thing that he was doing?
We can go into that.
So, so on Screen Junkies on YouTube, I guess Shia LaBeouf had an art exhibit downtown LA.
Hashtag I am sorry.
Right, where he was doing this art exhibit, and the whole purpose of it is he is in this room doing whatever the fuck he's doing. He's in a suit. I guess when Screen Junkies confronted him, he had a bag over his head that said, I'm sorry. They took off the bag, and he was just there, mute as fuck, didn't say anything.
Emotionless.
They were making fun of him. They were saying, talk, Shyla. He didn't do nothing. They played a clip of him when he was a little kid.
You saw that, right? Remember?
That was great. But what the fuck's up with this guy?
He made it into some art show, and couple hundred people waited 5 hours in line.
6 hours now.
So
and now he's getting more attention than ever.
Since he's plagiarizing left and right, there's also, because he's doing it this way.
I think this is the most artistic thing he's ever done.
Well, now he's being accused. He's being accused now of plagiarizing Joaquin Phoenix and Casey Affleck.
Yeah,
for that little thing that they did.
The little breakdown.
Get over it already.
So that's why this Flappy Bird guy is faking a breakdown. Like, his personal life is breaking down because he's making so much fucking money.
In reality,
it's fucking lawyers that are going
to
be being
prevent a lawsuit from.
And he can't say, "Oh, Nintendo going to sue me," because then he's admitting guilt.
Right.
So that guy is he cashed out. He's in China living like a fucking god.
Vietnam.
So, anyways,
Vietnam, like a god.
Wherever.
Fuck Flappy Birds.
Titanfall.
Fucking Shia LaBeouf. If you do want to see that clip, though, go to YouTube Screen Junkies. That was fucking funniest shit ever with Shia LaBeouf.
Or you can join us on Twitter because we actually watch all these clips
and
for you.
And we post them on our Facebook page.
Yeah, so we save time
we
for
watch
you.
the good stuff, so
you don't have to.
Yeah,
Wait,
no,
that
wait,
was
no.
That
completely
doesn't make
ripped
sense.
off.
Wait, that doesn't make sense. We watch the bad stuff.
We
you
watch
don't
the
have
bad
to.
stuff so that you don't have to. Yeah,
You
'cause-
watch the good stuff, so you don't have to watch it because what would make you want to watch good stuff?
I confused.
What about this
confused.
podcast brings
But
good to mind?
speaking of good stuff, I saw fucking Robocop. The
Okay.
remake.
Lay it
Now,
on us.
I gotta fucking tell you, I was surprised
Nice.
as fuck at this movie. Really fucking good.
Wow.
For a remake, it was really good. To go over the story, family man slash good
Spoiler.
cop. No, I'm not gonna. It's not nothing spoiling.
well, this is
It's
trailer
almost
stuff.
the same thing as the original RoboCop, but for those that didn't know, which if you haven't seen it, you should be ashamed of yourself. That was a great movie. Anyways, good cop, family man, critically injured line of duty, now finds himself as Omnicorp, which is this manufacturer of weapons and robots. He finds himself their newest prototype in law enforcement.
Are you talking about the new RoboCop?
Yes, and the old one, same thing, same
Oh,
story.
it's the same. Oh.
So far, it's parallel.
OCP.
So far, it's
OCP owns the cops.
So, anyways, but what I liked about this one was, while the story in the original RoboCop, you kind of got glimpses of his life with his
Yeah,
family.
yeah.
You didn't get too much of it. It was mainly just him getting revenge, which everybody loves a good revenge movie.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
But this one actually has a lot more family, how the family's dealing with the impact of him now becoming a robot. That was good. It wasn't overacted. It was done well. There's not too much of them, but there's enough that you really get that sense.
Is that like the main difference from the?
That was one of the main differences. And the second main difference was this one had a more political theme.
More.
That's what I've heard.
Where the other one really didn't. Like I said, the other one was a straight revenge movie.
I think the other
And
one did, but it was
corporate
more.
it was
it was
very
more about-
underlying.
Yeah,
right.
There was satire to
Yeah,
the
there was
original
80s
one.
kind of wink, like
Correct.
Seinfeld kind of comedy. Bill.
This one had
in your
didn't-
face, like kind of this is
kind
bad
of
shit that's happening.
This one didn't have the underlying satire, but it had the Fox News-ish satire.
Yeah, okay.
Which Samuel Jackson does fucking well. He's like the
Right.
main host.
Right.
And his little things, when you see him on screen, you're captivated. Because he's that fucking good.
So he's like
Oh,
the
yeah.
news. He's those news interjections. He's that
Correct.
character now.
So
Oh,
he's
like-
kind
so-
of that guy.
and they made one focal character so you could kind of relate
So
more.
Samuel
to
L.
it.
Jackson's
Okay.
like the Bill O'Reilly. Is that what you're trying to
Yes,
say?
he's like your Fox News anchor.
Okay.
So
that's
there's
cool.
a lot more of that going on. There's a lot more of the family stuff. And on the sideline, there is the Murphy trying to get revenge thing.
Okay.
But it works well. And that's where I give this one major applause. It will never be the original RoboCop. Unfortunately, it's just not going to be that.
No.
And that was one of my iconic movies growing
Okay.
up with.
Quick question: is there anything in this movie that regards to anything costing $1?
Oh, so that was another thing.
Oh,
They had
okay,
good
well,
references.
Okay, all right, good references. That's all I
There
want
was
to know. I
good
don't know.
reference. There was nods to the
But
original.
they weren't too cheesy.
They weren't cheesy. They were done very well. Like I
Okay.
said, this movie was done very well.
This is one I think I might take my dad to go see one day or something.
He would definitely enjoy it.
That'd be nice.
Like I said, it's a lot more political, but it's political, but it's not boring. Samuel Jackson just presents it so well, especially because when he starts cursing, everybody just starts laughing at his cursing.
Yeah.
He's great with the cursing. Michael Keaton's badass in it. He's the head guy in Omnicorp. You get kind of a sleaze factor.
He's Dick
His-
Jones?
His whole motivation in it is he wants his agenda to go through in the Senate. So that's why this RoboCop thing comes up. I'll let you watch it and figure it out.
All right.
But Jackie Earl Haley's in it, the guy that's played fucking Rorschach.
Yeah.
New
Oh,
Freddy.
okay.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
He's even
actor.
good in it, and
He's always good.
He's always good, but he plays like your weapons expert asshole.
Okay.
So there's a lot of interactions between him and RoboCop.
He's the villain, main
Yeah.
villain.
No. There's really no main villain. That was the kind of only
There's no
disappointing thing.
Clarence Boddicker?
the rich people are. But
There's
bad
no
people.
Clarence Boddicker.
Yeah.
But like I said, the main villain would be Omnicorp.
And you know what? Nah, I actually think that's one of the smartest things they could have
Right.
fucking done because that was one of my reservations. You can't fucking replace that
No,
guy.
you can't.
Exactly.
You can't. Red Foreman.
Oh, and another one of our favorite show guys is on it.
What was that?
Fucking
Arrow?
Michael K. William,
Arrow.
a.k.a. Chalky White's Alex Murphy's fucking partner in this.
No way.
Really?
Yeah, so that was a cool little thing.
Oh shit, Omar coming, yo.
He knows the name. I didn't know, but yeah, he's good.
Chalky
But
White.
other than that,
Good cast,
our Popcast review, I have to give this a 4 out of 5 stars. This one is definitely a...
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
I like
All
that.
right.
Hey, I thought
I'm
our
going
rating system was like 3 out of 6 bombs or something.
That sounds negative.
We gave it 5 bombs. Oh, so it was bad. No.
There's actually 32 bombs, but
But it was definitely the more surprising of the remakes that I've seen in a while.
That's good then. There's hardly any good ones, and there's a lot coming out. On a couple of podcasts ago, we went through that remember Internet Movie Database list
Right.
of upcoming movies, and a lot of sequels and remakes are on there.
Yeah. And I just, sequels is one thing, but I think remakes is what really upsets me.
Yeah,
Because, I got to thinking about this because I've gone on and on and on about how I just was not expecting this Robocop thing to not turn out well. Alex, I'll go see it now because Alex seems really enthusiastic about it.
It's definitely worth the watch.
in the
Okay.
theater as well. Like it's
Well,
good sound, good
but
action.
I
you wanna be
enjoyed
in
the
there.
hell out
I'm
of it.
always kind of iffy about remakes and stuff like that. That's
Right.
why I kind of hesitant about RoboCop because remakes usually don't have a good track record for being too great.
No, they don't. But
No, it's true.
this one fucking. It was surprising. It really worked.
Well, because I found this list.
Well, about your list, though. The thing that got me thinking was it's one thing to talk about remakes that may or may not be good, but I got to think about remakes that if they dared to attempt them, would just be terrible.
Okay, so let's go into it then.
Well,
What 3 do we think would be a bad remake?
Oh,
Ooh, 3 classic movies in our mind that would
3
be a bad
classic
remake.
movies in our mind that we think would be bad if they remade. I know RoboCop was originally on mine, but fucking boy, I was that surprised.
well, I want to mention one that
I took it off the list.
I want to mention one. This is what got me thinking about. I want to mention one that I know they will never touch, but you never know anymore.
Well,
So,
Trust me on
so
this.
say your
Trust
3.
me.
Go first. Say your 3.
all right, go.
One of them has got to be Animal House.
Okay.
Animal House because they'll modernize it too much and it'll take away from the spirit of the original film.
I think that movie can be remade.
Do you really?
Same here.
Yeah.
I think you know what it is. I think you do a raunchier version. I think it's gonna work. Just because the only difference is the comedies kind of change between periods. I think that'll work. I
Would you
think those
keep
completely on the money.
the 70s aspect of it, or would you put it in the modern today time?
Well, it was
Modern
set in
today time.
it was set in the '60s when it was made.
Well, let's let Chad give. Well, it can't be remade because of a lot of things, right?
I just think that it would be one of those things where they majorly drop the ball because when Alex said raunchier, I think that's what would kill it. Is by trying to make it to what it's not.
Okay.
One, and this is again, they'll never touch this in a million years, but you never know anymore. Blazing Saddles.
They
Wow.
probably wouldn't do it
No.
because you know what it is. Yeah, that just doesn't fit the demographic anymore.
No, we're too
doesn't.
politically correct.
Yeah.
That's
right now.
exactly why.
Or if they do, it wouldn't be a black sheriff; it'd be a gay sheriff.
You think
you
so?
know
Some of
what?
the different- Shit, I'm telling you, some producers are gonna listen to our show
That
and rip
would
off our
fucking
ideas.
work.
You scared me. I was like,
Blazing
oh, God,
Saddles.
what would I do now?
But
Do a Blazing Saddles, not
but
the
the gay
black
sheriff.
thing, but a gay guy.
we
I
can't
think
name
that
it.
might work.
Then the name would really fucking take it up blazing.
Saddles.
It would be Flaming Saddles,
Flaming
right?
Flaming
Flaming
Saddles.
Saddles.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Good stuff. Good
I
stuff.
think that could be remade. I
we'll
think
see.
so.
And the number one, and I want to see how y'all react to this. 2001.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Space Odyssey.
Yes.
Yeah. I could see how they would mess it up though.
Yeah. Yeah, they can't do it. For the list that you just said, I don't think they can remake any of your movies, but I think they can kind of rip them off because they're all timepieces.
That seems to be the case.
They can make a Western like with a gay
Yeah.
character and not be related to Blazing Saddles. But I think you're right. Like the exact movie, like that feel of that movie can be remade. But they can make some other college movie,
Yeah. Oh, fucking old
well,
school.
they were talking about remaking Revenge of the Nerds, and then it got pulled at the last minute. And that was years ago.
I wish I had a nerve to laugh. Fuck.
Well, that's one too. Like I think they can make a modern nerd movie, right? It doesn't
Yeah.
have to necessarily be like the Revenge of the Nerds franchise, but they can make a 2014 nerd movie starring the guy from
Big Bang Theory.
There you go.
No, that would probably work.
See,
he's fucking typecast as the nerd now.
Oh my.
Well, you win so many Emmys for it.
And he's gonna
happens.
be on SNL tonight.
Yeah, that might be worth checking out.
Yeah, I'd watch it.
Well, for me on my list, I am straight out saying today, because I'm pretty cocky, my list is better than yours.
Okay, go for it.
I think these movies cannot be remade.
Okay.
Gremlins.
That would be a hard one to do.
That was actually my number one, but I'm starting off like that.
I think today you'd have to make it meaner. Some of the underlying humor would go away.
Make it just a straight horror Gremlins.
That's what I think.
Wasn't that the Ghoulies?
But then it went.
No.
Weren't they like toilet monsters or something like that?
Which is on my, which I think they should remake. That's the one that I was talking about where I said that they're going to steal my ideas. You saw my list, huh?
He did, I saw it. The reflection of his glasses.
What?
He's trying to get me back for that one time where we killed his mojo in his story where we started talking about it before he was ready.
What the fuck? How am I going to figure out Ghoulies?
I don't know, but I wrote it down. Oh, I wrote Ghoulis.
Oh,
Ghoulies.
I misspelled it.
Ghoulis.
Well, Gremlins is something I think they can't remake. The Crow, which
that's on mine.
It's on the shit list right now of not being made, but I say it can't be remade because
Ruin my mojo.
it's just too good.
Once again.
And then this one was, I was actually gonna cheat and be lazy and use this as like my all three.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna say the Star Wars trilogy. I don't think can ever be remade.
No, I definitely think that's one you can.
And I think they would actually try, but I don't think it could go.
I would hope not.
It can be remade. It will be remade.
I would hope not.
So.
Well, see, maybe there's some kid who's 3 or 4 or 5 years old right now watching Star Wars, and like his dream's gonna be like to remake Star Wars, and he might get his chance in 20 years. Who knows, right?
My future consists of solar flares.
That was J.J. Abrams. He's like, Mommy, when I grow up, I want to make Star Wars with a lot of lens flares. You can do anything you want, son.
I don't know. The three
Star Trek too? Even Star Trek.
Okay. All the space movies, sweetheart.
You can have all the space movies.
The three that I think should. Well, Joe already mentioned one, Crow. That was on my list.
Nice.
The Warriors. I don't think you should touch it.
And they're doing it.
I hope not.
Yeah.
They are really?
Oh, wow.
I've heard
this
that they
confirmed?
are. It's not confirmed. It's in the rumor mill, but
Yeah, it's one of those
hopefully
it
rumors.
doesn't take
stays
long
there.
for it to get to the rumor mill to final stages.
Hopefully it stays there because that movie was a fucking cult classic.
Yes.
Exactly. You can't make you can't make another gang movie like that and say
Exactly.
it's not based on the Warriors. See, that's an iconic movie.
That was a
So-
gang movie. It was more like a love story.
With Swan.
think
This
it
is
was-
the gayest fucking gangster name ever.
Swan.
Swan, Cochise, Fox, Cowboy.
Little Stabby.
that movie's like West Side Story
Leon.
combined with
That,
Village
that
People.
was a classic
Rembrandt.
one. Just can't
Yeah.
do that.
Vermin.
Rembrandt. And he's the graffiti artist.
Yeah. Ajax.
and like every anime like villainy is based on like 80 that movie because like there's always like in high school, you know, like the baseball kids and then the like,
Baseball
soccer
Furies.
kids. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's awesome.
So leave the Warriors alone.
Okay,
yeah.
Another one, even though they've made remakes, there's one in particular. I hope they don't, but I'm just gonna say this in group. I hope they don't they need to stop remaking these fucking slasher flicks.
Amen.
The only one that I really liked was the new Nightmare. Not the new Nightmare. The new Friday the 13th. I thought that stayed true to the Jason lure, but I think you just need to stop altogether.
I
But the main one, I really do hope they don't even attempt to do is Hellraiser. I hope they don't even touch
Oh,
that.
that's already signed.
already
That's
been
the ink.
been
The
talked.
blood has been
Of
signed on
course,
someone's
probably.
flesh already.
That is such an iconic Clive Barker movie.
Yeah.
Even his artwork around that is fucking trippy as fuck.
Yeah.
They just need not to do it.
Yeah, that's just like the 80s aesthetic too. You can't remake it and have the same feeling. It was just yeah.
But you know what though? Out of all those 80s ones, that was the only one that really dealt in heavy S&M. You know what I mean?
Well, you know Clive Barker's homosexual.
Right, yeah, but you know that one
And you
had
know how
a
they're
whole new other
deviants.
theme. Well, I hope they don't remake Hellraiser.
They probably will.
Something. Well, for me, I have. It's a classic. Can't be done ever. Hook.
Hook.
Robin Williams, Dustin Hoffman. Who's the guy who died? Shmi.
Bob Hoskins. He's
Bob
still alive.
Hoskins,
I honestly
died,
cannot
Chad.
push that.
he's dead.
Yeah, Bob Hoskins is dead?
Yeah.
Hoskins, what? No.
The Who Framed Roger Rabbit guy.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Everyone's pulling out their laptops and tablets to.
We're Googling it.
We'll bring that up on another show.
They're actually making the sequel. Roger killed Venkman. Or not Venkman. What was his name? Malice. No, what was Valis? Valiant. Oh, man. I
Eddie
screwed
Valiant.
that up.
Eddie Valiant. There you
That's
go.
why you got to look up more research for anyways.
Poor
He's
guy.
retired, not dead, Ray.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I thought he died, dude.
I
Ray,
heard
your
that
information's...
How
dare
even
you.
Joe said it though.
How dare you?
I swear I heard a news
Raymond.
report that he died.
Jesus Christ, Ray.
Oh, it says he retired from life. No, I'm kidding.
His oh dear God, come out of retirement. His final role was in Snow White and the Huntsman.
He played a dwarf.
Snow White,
Oh.
get over here. Oh, that.
You deserve better. Come out of
We were
retirement.
watching that movie getting all emo because we thought he was dead.
You know what?
Like, oh, he's dead and we know
I am excluding myself from the rest of this podcast for my terrible display
You killed Bob Hoskins.
Ray killed Bob Hoskins.
misinformation.
To be fair,
of
I
the
thought he
year.
was dead too.
Right?
Oh,
I could have sworn. Like, why would they make such a big news report of him retiring?
Jesus.
Because I remember seeing it on the news. The big thing about Bob Hoskins.
That was Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Why do you always want to mispronounce his name?
I don't know.
He calls him. He calls him Duncan.
I say Philip Seymour
Hunkin, Hunkman.
Oh.
Okay, so after Hook, I'm gonna go with Christine.
Wait, and Bob Hoskins was in Hook?
Yeah,
he was
Smee. He was Smee.
Oh, that's
the little.
right.
He was cool in that.
I forgot about
One for them and one for Smee. Anyway, you said Christine?
Christine.
I'm with you
Horror
on that.
movie.
The horror.
Do
Horror
not
movie.
touch Christine.
They could remake it, but come on.
It'll be like some Asian chick in a Honda. Like Kim.
How you turn it this away?
Turn left now. Okay, good luck, everybody else.
It talks. There's another skit
Or it
idea.
has OnStar.
I kind of agree on that one. I agree.
it. Kill you today.
And what else?
And I'm surprised none of you would have thought of this, but The Breakfast Club.
Oh my stupid. You know why?
It would be
Because
whinier.
you know what the outcome would be if a kid went to detention? He'd get his gun and shoot the school. That's what would fucking happen. That's why you can't have a breakfast club anymore.
Or they wouldn't be unique. They'd all be the Ali Sheedy character. Whiny bitches.
Yeah, that's genius. You're right.
Yeah.
They can't remake that one.
No.
Texting.
So we did the word. What? Okay, now which movies do we think can be remade?
No, wait. Now we have our three good.
Can or want
Can
to
be
we
remade.
want to-
We want to be
or
Want or
remade.
can? Well, let me start this one off.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I think I may have heard this one was being remade, but Tremors. I think we've even talked about this too.
That would be good.
Word movie.
Well, there was an Arrow episode that was pretty much Tremors.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to think of which one it was. Yeah,
But
you're
yeah, you know what? That would be interesting. I would buy that for $1.
Going around.
right. I think that'll work. I can see it working.
You're
See it working. Yeah, we'll see it working. All right.
Kevin Bacon's still alive. So.
No, I was gonna say it's
Oh,
not.
wait, unless Raymond has something else to say. You sure
He
he's
wants to
alive,
star in
Raymond?
it. Oh, Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon was in Tremors.
Yeah, it was one of his major roles.
Wow.
You sure he's alive though, right? Just check it out.
No,
you
but-
didn't vicariously kill him.
But apparently his name is now Kevin Ham, so he changed it over.
You're
the
thinking of
weekend.
John Hamm. You're thinking of John Hamm.
I confused.
No, John Bacon.
Well, because that movie is like it's cult, but not like iconic enough where it's untouchable.
It did.
That's
enough,
a good one. That's
it made
a good
enough
one.
money to not be considered a flop.
That is a good movie though.
I think you're a good idea.
Right.
Still holds up today too.
Yeah.
Maybe I gotta have to watch it again next week. Review.
Netflix.
Actually, this was on my list, but this one has been in talks since part 1 came out. But a Beetlejuice remake.
That was the big news this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the news was a sequel, not a remake. So.
Oh, the sequel.
Yeah, I think a
Well,
remake
That
would
one was
be a
even
good
planned
idea
too. He was
Yeah.
supposed to go to Hawaii. It was called Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian.
What? Was it really?
It was really, and I'm sure of this. Check
Like Weekend at
Wikipedia.
Bernie's. Didn't he go to Hawaii too?
I don't know. Probably.
Oh, dear God. Could you imagine a Weekend at Bernie's remake?
You know what the funny
Oh,
thing
that's a
was?
good one too.
I was
With Kevin
thinking,
Hart.
I was thinking because I saw Robocop. I was thinking about Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice again. I don't see that happening.
No.
He just looks too
It'll
old.
be all old.
Beetlejuice has wrinkles and fucking.
But there's a lot of makeup.
One of the earlier rumors was that they wanted Depp to play Beetlejuice
in a reboot. That would be cool.
And then Helena Bonham Carter as Beetlejuice's wife.
Oh,
no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding on that one. No,
Tim Burton needs to get off
just
Johnny Depp's cock already.
And he needs to stop. And he needs to stop hiring his wife to put. In
That's another fucking thing. I liked her. You know, I only really liked her in Fight Club, and that was it.
Really, right?
I haven't really liked her in anything else. She's just she
plays the same thing in every movie I see.
She's fucking annoying.
She's bad. She looks like she just rolled out of bed and said, "Put makeup on me."
No, Johnny Depp's good, but enough already, Tim Burton. Enough.
Johnny Depp might be able to pull it off.
Enough.
Yeah, he'd pull off a good.
What's the matter with you?
Tim Burton is a hack. There, I said it.
No, you didn't. I think I agree with him though.
Finally, my most wanted remake. I believe we talked about this too in an earlier episode, but Small Soldiers.
Yeah, you brought that up before.
That would be actually pretty interesting.
What kind of toys though? Just a whole new set of toys or
apps? Killer apps.
Oh,
wait a minute. Oh, I shouldn't be saying any ideas on this thing because that could be like a cheesy B-movie killer app. Watch where you put your phone.
Or like the app, but like the Ring. You watch this app, you die in so many days.
It's like a really addicting
If you don't
game.
share this app on Facebook, you have so many days to die.
Oh shit!
There you go.
Anyway,
we'll film it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wait, what were we saying? What kind of toys would it be?
Copyrighted.
Yeah,
Popcast
I think they would keep the military toys, but more like modern, like G.I. Joe type.
Right.
You know what though? I'm kind of in the dark of what toys look like nowadays. At least what the main kids are into.
Pokemon type.
They are in the I don't think they're in the Pokemon anymore. Pokemon. I don't know, but you know, so the ones I think they should be remade. I think they need to give Daredevil another shot.
Yeah, I agree.
That guy is a fucking great Marvel character. I think they could finally do it justice, especially with the more serious overtones comics have been getting now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think Daredevil would be great.
Arrow would be a good model for it to follow.
Exactly. Another one, I think this might be blasphemous to some people, but I want to see Terminator. I say instead of doing sequels, which it looks like they have planned, just do a remake.
A reboot.
Straight reboot.
You don't need Arnold anymore. Just kind of phase him out of it. Have him as a cameo in the background.
Get Dolph Lundgren.
I don't think I'm tripping, but it's already in the works, and Sarah Connor is the blonde girl from Game of Thrones. She signed a contract, I think I read.
Emilia Clarke?
The dragon trick?
The dragon girl. I can't think of her name on the show right now.
Daenerys.
She signed the contract, I think.
She's kind of ugly without the Game of Thrones
Well,
makeup.
so was
I thought she was hot.
Linda Hamilton.
I thought she was hot. Well, that's just me.
Well, she was.
Well, Linda Hamilton was a bit man-faced.
I was going to say that Linda Hamilton was very handsome.
Yeah.
She's a handsome woman.
So that, and then I think they need to give Resident Evil another redo.
Yeah, that
A reboot. Yeah, I think they can.
I think this time they need to really focus around the people actually care about. Mm-hmm. No fucking made up.
No more Alice.
No more Alice. Do a Chris, do a Leon, do something with them. I think that's what everybody wants to see.
But that's all the franchise has.
That's what I'm saying. If they do
a
reboot, they probably would make new characters all over again.
Yeah, I don't think they would stick to the game.
Story.
I personally think that if you're going to redo Resident Evil, you should make it as a TV series.
That would be freaking
do it
pretty
anthology
cool.
style, like American Horror Story.
No, but yeah, okay, that might work. But I mean, the theme would always be zombies.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you already know it's gonna come.
You'd have to worry about pacing.
I agree. They could make a new.
I think
Resident
they
Evil.
could redo a new Resident Evil. I'd like to see a new one in the works instead of fucking Mila Jovovich. Especially as long as I don't care if she's in the movie, as long as her fucking husband has nothing to do with it. I'm great.
Yeah, amen. Amen to that
Paul
one.
W. S. Anderson, right?
Yeah,
Paul W. Yeah.
I know we had that thing last time.
That douche.
He's the polar opposite of the other one.
Anderson.
The good one.
Well, for me, on my list, I kind of went for more fun type of movies, instead of less serious ones. Beetlejuice was on mine, too. I think they could have remade it pretty good. Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Nice.
Because I remember it, the hype from when you were younger. We were kids when that movie first came out, so it was pretty horrifying.
Yeah.
I saw it recently, and I was like, it's more cheese than horror.
It still has some. It still has some decent ideas. Though.
It has some freakiness, right?
Yeah.
But not. It's done cheesily. get that shit and fucking make it brutal.
Or,
Yeah.
Give that shit to Rob Zombie or something, and just like
You know what?
let
I
it
could
get
see Rob
fucking
Zombie.
creepy.
Exactly.
That is really
that is
pretty
a brilliant
dirty,
fucking idea.
fucking fucked up ass alien faces.
That is a brilliant. That's probably one of the best ones you've thought of so far.
If anyone's gonna steal our ideas, Rob Zombie steal that one.
Yeah.
Remake Killer.
You should definitely do Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
I know someone's probably thinking of it somehow.
You know what I did like about that original though? I liked that they used the cotton candy and they put a straw in
The
the drank
cocoons.
them. That was so good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like there was like cool ideas to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
And then one that you brought up out of your ass was Ghoulies.
I know you think I fucking because you're this conspiracy guy. You think I'm looking at your nose. I did not fucking even Ghoulies, fucking Gremlins, same shit.
That was pretty much the parody reboot
Exactly.
of Gremlins.
that was the Dante's Peak of the.
The volcano movie.
volcano
Right.
movie.
Well, that movie I think was pretty horrifying for that time because it
I
wasn't the original one wasn't really that. Again, they kind of got sillier. Like they had like 4 of them, I think 3 or 4 of them. So they
had
got a little
babies
sillier.
and little
Kind of like
kids.
Puppet Master did.
Oh yeah. At first they started real horror.
Puppet Master.
That's one we didn't think of. All those Blue Moon. Was it Blue Moon
Yeah,
or
Blue Moon.
Full Moon? Full Moon.
Midnight Moon. Or some
Full
shit.
Moon. It was
Full Moon.
Full Moon
Full Moon.
Studios.
Midnight
All those
Studios.
movies are really good. Subspecies.
They were.
They started pretty much what people are doing on the internet now. Full Moon was doing on like home video, like
Kind of like what Toxic Avenger was, kind of.
yeah, but a little
Trauma
more.
Studios.
Yeah, their production
It's just a
was
better
a little
version.
better. Yeah, and it was just their ideas were pretty unique. They took chances on some shit that people didn't. A lot of like comic book people actually, I can't think of the names now, but they actually started scripting stuff for those
Right.
movies and things, Dollman and all that stuff.
I
So,
remember.
so that's my pretty much list. I think Ghoulies, like you said, it was the more horror version of Gremlins.
Mm-hmm.
This thing, if you guys haven't seen it, check it out. The picture's gonna be on our YouTube podcast. It's this fucking ball thing that just pops out of the toilet and just
I
eats
think
the
that-
guy's asshole out
I
pretty
think
much
that was the
from
most
the inside out.
scariest thing. Was
Yeah,
he
like-
came out of the toilet.
And then
Shit that happens to you like everyday life is the scariest. Like
Yeah.
with Psycho when you got stabbed in the shower.
Yeah, you don't
that
expect to be
terrified
killed in the
people 'cause
shower.
You don't expect to be killed. You don't expect your asshole to get eaten out when you're sitting and taking his shit. You might
By a
fucking
bald
house
green demon.
You know what though? That's what scared the shit to see. And a lot of people talk
Scared
about
the shit out of you.
scared the shit out of me, literally. But the funny thing is, I was at the comic book store and we were talking about horror movies, and everybody's like, Exorcist, this,
Yeah.
Paranormal Activity. I said, you know what? That shit never fucking scared me. The shit that always scared me was the shit that could possibly reign true.
Yeah.
That's why I was terrified of the fucking Strangers.
Yeah.
And Halloween. Those movies scared the
Michael
shit
Myers,
out of
yeah.
me. You know what I mean? So
That like took the evil of man and just
exactly. And
shoved
not only
it
that,
to
you don't know who the fuck's behind this. You know, it's not some stupid shit demon.
yeah shit dude.
Shit demon.
Shit demon.
The Calico shit demon.
Yummy.
All right. Well, for mine, I know they're kind of talking about doing this already, and there's kind of a shortened version of it on YouTube already. But I welcome a remake of this, Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
It's
Very
coming out.
nice.
All right. I think if you put it in the right hands, you cast it right, you write it right, it could be like the remake of Dread. Or it's just
I agree,
entertaining.
yeah. That's a
Dread was
good
awesome.
analogy.
That's a good model to
comparison.
follow.
Yeah.
Just keep it moving. Don't
Dread
drag.
was fucking awesome.
Right.
Don't get too weighted down by details. Just keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Stamp of approval. Well, we don't have that.
Coming
Okay.
soon.
Now, I love the original, but I don't think a remake would necessarily hurt.
No, like you said, if it's pulled off. Right.
Demolition Man. I think if they remade this a certain
Yeah.
way, either a movie or a TV
It's
series.
your second.
Yeah, it's my second. I think it'd be done right.
Kevin Hart and Channing Tate.
Well, you're going for the comedy angle.
well, dude, that movie kind of has that little comedy. Like, I don't know what.
You meant Running
That
Man.
movie
You
would
meant
make
the
a
Running Man
ton
one.
of fucking money with that cast, dude.
And think about it. Wasn't Demolition Man a comedy anyway?
There's comedic elements to
Yeah,
Demolition
well, that's what
Man.
I'm
Yeah,
sayit. Take it to that extreme. Make that Demolition
just
Man.
make it a straight comedy.
That would be a remake, yeah.
Just an
I know-
ultra-violent comedy. Is that it?
Give us 40 million. We can do it.
You want to cast Kevin Hart as Simon Phoenix? Is that what you're trying to say?
All I know
He's
is,
hot right now.
I was laughing when
fire.
Sandra Bullock was trying to have sex with all fucking that.
Well, that's hysterical because she's clueless.
And she could still be cast in that fucking part. But as the
Right.
sergeant, that would be hot. She's like the main one in the police department.
Oh, she's
Little
the
cameo.
bald asshole.
Yeah. Well, she's not bald
I'm
in the
in.
remake.
I'm
but,
in.
But
They
she's an
should-
asshole bitch.
An uptight bitch
lieutenant.
captain.
Yeah, there you go.
They should
Captain.
all have cameos It's just the most absurd role.
You gotta make Stallone Dr. Kato then.
I'm gonna make him a janitor.
Exactly.
Like a single line, like passing by. Hey, watch it, buddy.
He cleans the seashells.
You make Stallone Dr. Cocteau, and you make Rob Schneider the Dennis Leary part.
He was in there.
That's right. He wasn't there.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Rob Schneider is in Demolition Man.
Derby.
And
Derby.
my number one is a horror film, surprisingly.
Okay.
Okay. I find it interesting that Joe mentioned Gremlins. I find it interesting that you mentioned Ghoulies. Mine is.
I didn't intentionally mention
Stealing
it.
my fucking thunder.
Stealing his secret agent techniques.
Critters.
Oh,
Critters,
yeah.
Because I saw the second one
High five on that
a
one.
week ago, and I forgot how damn cheesy that thing is.
That was a weird fucking.
It was weird flick.
movie, yeah.
It's not so much scary as it's just strange.
Yeah.
And
They're being hunted.
they're being hunted by furballs that shoot out little toothpicks that paralyze you if you run.
Yeah, like
Yeah, you either take this furball and wherever orifice and let it burrow into you, or you risk running away. To which they burrow over. They put out the little toothpicks and they hit you with these little darts and they paralyze you. It's the dumbest premise ever, but it was a hit.
What are they, like aliens or?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like little alien furballs with a lot of teeth
Then that makes sense.
just devour through anything.
How come I remember like this almost like gothic kind of guy? Like I think he was like an alien.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
they're called alien bounty hunters.
They had to take human form,
Okay.
and he saw the guy, like the metal guy, and then the other one saw the chick. And I think that was one of the first times I saw tits in a movie, or breasts in a movie, was because the Playboy magazine falls on the floor and they see it.
Big
and there's
floppy
a
tits.
staple right in the middle.
Right.
But yeah, hey, that's a good one, man.
Well, that's interesting.
Give us $5,000 that we could remake that one.
5,000.
Do you remember Night of the Critters?
That's another fucking bomb one.
Wasn't Slither technically like a remake?
Night of the
that?
Creeps.
Night of the Creeps.
Yeah, when I say Night of the
Slither.
Creeps.
It's
Slither
one of
was a
those
little more sophisticated.
Inspired by it, you know.
But it had like the same element, like little
Those little
slugs,
slimy
right?
thingies that
Remember
kill you. But Night of the Creeps was a zombie movie.
Fuck, that was a good one. I never would have pulled Critters out of my ass on that one.
Oh yeah.
That was a good one. I completely forgot
Well, you
about that
cheated.
You could
about
imagine.
Ghoulies, so-
I did not fucking cheat.
I could just close my eyes and remember. I think it was in part 2 where they actually started bundling up
They
to the
formed
big
up to
ball.
this one huge
I
critter,
can see
right?
that like made now, just all like.
Nah, I don't ruin it.
But we can make it for $5,000.
That was
Real
funny as
furballs. We can go to the home planet of these aliens and capture them for real and bring them back. And
shit. And didn't that one have like a shitload of sequels?
Yeah,
too?
like 4 or 5 of them.
The one of them that Leonardo DiCaprio was in. I
was
didn't
3. He
remember
was in
that.
part 3, I
Yeah.
think.
Didn't those flop? Those
Well,
sequels.
I know the first 2 were pretty reasonably good, but the ones after that were.
Again, when a movie costs like $10,000, what can you do?
There you go.
Well, it was a flop, so
what movie would you want to remake personally if we had the money? Like, what do you think you'd be able to pull off?
I say Critters.
Yeah.
Yeah, no joke. Like
you
I
know-
could make that kind of cool. Like
I
Rotten Tomatoes too. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Yeah.
That could be kind of remade easily on
I
the
would
cheap,
like
you know?
doing that just so that I could throw tomatoes at people.
I take it like that, like low pro, like. You want to be in my remake of Attack of the Killer Tomatoes? Sure, splat.
tomatoes at people.
Well, most remakes are actually hits, aren't they?
For the most part, they should be, anyways.
Yeah, if you get them in the right hands, they can be.
Well, I was surfing the web the other day.
Oh, you have an answer to this?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
it's
cool.
in response to your remakes making money
Oh, cool.
comment. I never heard of this website.
Okay.
TheRichest.com.
No, it's new to me.
It's nothing I'm in.
The richest.
What's the
What were you doing there?
Nothing I'm looking at.
is the only thing I could find related to this. And I was like, hey, you know. So these are the top 10 biggest movie flops.
Okay.
Okay? Movie remake flops.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's go. What's number 10?
So they made less money than the original?
Yeah, like millions too. Like
Okay.
crazy amount. Number 10, Godzilla, 1998.
That was the Matthew Broderick, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
newest
Roland
one,
Emmerich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we.
which made 10 million less than the original.
Wow.
The original in 1950.
Yeah, they've
Inflation.
So they-
inflation
okay.
Just toward inflation.
Okay.
a whole
That's the kind of thing on
75
the notes.
cents. Yeah.
Wow, that's weird.
See, and the thing about this list I didn't really understand either was that some of these lost more money than previous ones on the list. So why are they considered biggest flop? Because I guess they had the most hype.
Probably because they didn't make as much as the predecessor did.
Because Godzilla's 10, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So compare.
So the next one is Blues Brothers 2000.
Okay.
Which made 40 million less.
Okay. So I think they're doing inflation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, inflation, right?
Right.
So
Yeah,
just
that's
keep-
what
yeah,
they're
of
doing.
course, yeah.
So theoretically, because of inflation, they made 40 less than the original would have.
Pretty much what this says is more people saw the original movie than the remake because money was less, but it still made more
Right.
because that's what inflation is.
Right. No. But I'm just thinking, was that movie actually a remake?
There was a sequel.
That's what
I thought it was a sequel.
That's what the little article was talking about. That they kept a lot of the elements from the part one, but just did them a little differently.
Oh, okay. So they're saying it's
It's like one of those remake sequels that aren't really.
I got
remakes,
you.
that
No
aren't
wonder I
really
don't go to that website because it's full of shit.
Oh boy.
This is going on our BuzzFeed list. Actually, BuzzFeed had a
BuzzFeed
couple
is more
things.
reliable, but
Yeah, well, just keep going. Well, for the sake of the game, then.
Yeah,
this website looks pretty fancy though.
No, it's cool. No one's at home actually checking these numbers, so we're okay. Let's
No
just
one's
go.
at home actually listening.
Where? Because nobody's checking the facts,
Well,
including the
that's
guy presenting them.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Hey, whenever I just see something on the internet, I assume it to be true.
What the hell? Where'd that go?
Yeah, I have no
Cat
idea.
out of here.
Okay, go on. We got a pussy in with us. Excuse
Yeah,
me.
it just strolled in here. What the hell?
Next one, number 8 is
Talking about a cat, by the way. Just saying.
The Invasion, starring Nicole Kidman.
Oh, Invasion of the Body Snatchers remake.
Yeah,
That. How much less did it make?
see, and that's what I'm saying. The number 9 was 40 million, right?
Right.
Well, you just have to take them in comparison to their opposite.
Okay,
Don't
well,
worry about what
this
Godzilla
one
made because that doesn't.
This
come
one
down to-
made 20 million less.
Okay.
So how could it be number 7 if Blues Brothers lost more? How is it ordered?
It's probably comparing. The number 1 probably made a shitload of money compared to the remake.
There you go.
On with the list.
Next up, Conan the Barbarian, 2011.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
new one. No one saw it. I haven't even seen it on video
No,
or on
neither have I.
Apparently,
Netflix.
it's some Hawaiian dude or something.
That's the guy from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that was Drago.
Drago.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, I missed that one.
Drago!
Fuck. He is from Game of Thrones. Just
Yes.
FYI.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh, he was.
I just want to throw it in
Jason
there.
Momoa, I think is his name.
I'm starting to become more aware of this, even though I didn't know it was actually made, but there was a Psycho remake.
Oh,
number
yeah.
6.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was shot for shot stupid.
and sucked out loud
Shot for shot stupid.
and just
That was horrible.
flat out blasphemous.
What's his face's last serious role? Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
After that, he just gave up.
Yep. He
Hey,
started doing
beautiful
Jennifer
baby.
Aniston.
It's a beautiful baby. Hey, come on. What's a baby?
How much less did it make from the original Psycho?
10
know-
million.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, okay.
What's
From
next?
19 million.
That's not bad.
Here's another one I've completely fucking slipped my memory of movie history.
In the-
Arthur.
Oh,
They did do a
wow.
remake with Russell Brand.
Old Russell Brand.
I and Queen Helen Mirren. Something lovely today.
Please do the list in that voice.
Yeah, finish the list as Russell
Finish the
Brand.
list in that voice, please.
All right, moving on to number 4.
How much less did Arthur make?
Who bloody cares?
Okay, what's next?
It's all shite.
Okay, next.
Number 4.
Ah,
Footloose.
Oh.
Footloose.
That wasn't too much of a difference, I don't think. I think because the remake did all right, didn't it? Well, that's why we're going through this list. We're
Yeah.
gonna find out.
How much less did it make? I'm
What's a
curious.
guess? Make a guess.
Oh,
I'm going to say it made 30 million less.
I say 13.
I'll say 5.
Goes to Chad for 30 million. Right?
Oh,
wow. For some reason, I thought that remake was popular.
That's what I thought.
Or maybe,
did I.
maybe I just loved
It's just
it.
one of those movies we're talking about.
Yeah.
Dancing in the Warehouse. Number 3 is The Omen, which I didn't know they remade.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did do that recently.
Oh, it came out on June 6th, 2006, and that was the advertising thing they were doing. In 6
What?
from-
Clever
Yeah.
advertising.
Okay, yeah.
I say 23 million difference.
Wow.
What was it?
I say it's an even 20.
Do 10.
5.
5 million less?
Wow.
Yeah, see, like, I don't know how that makes...
I said 5 on the last one.
You know what?
You get possible points.
Possible. You know what would help this list if they flip the numbers? Now that I'm thinking about it,
Ordered them, right?
they ordered them.
Or maybe I should have ordered them myself.
Oh, yeah,
No.
that would help.
Yeah, research would go a long way.
Wait, is it even ordered like
I
in the
gotta
list?
stop
Yeah,
doing
it's
these
going
last
from 10
minute.
to 1.
No, but you know what? Everyone gets one of those because my first game with the BuzzFeed list
No.
was pretty bad. But this is the last one.
This isn't that bad.
No, you're doing good.
Fun.
I'm just
So
kidding.
number 2?
No.
What's the next one?
Poseidon.
Poseidon.
That's right.
Yeah,
Big boat.
that made less.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, so
You
it's
know,
a
if
bigger
that's the
number
case,
now.
why do a remake if it's not even going to make more than the original?
They overestimate the audience.
They're thinking it's
They keep
gonna
thinking they will.
make.
That-
Because this is like
That's
this is
kinda
like
sad to know.
speaking of like Dante's Peak. This was like the Titanic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Maybe we can capitalize off the boat
What's it
thing.
called? The original is called the Poseidon Adventure.
Right, and I'm aware of that
With the
one.
Mickey Rourke,
$93
right?
million it made in the 70s,
Wow.
1972.
And how much did this one make?
This one had to make like 50.
60 million.
60
See,
million
that's still
less?
not. That's more
It's
than I
not bad,
thought would
though.
make. That movie
Yeah.
would make.
See,
Yeah.
it didn't even break the budget though. It didn't
Yeah,
break.
no, that's all they
Going to
want.
number
Then.
1 now?
Number 1, everybody's favorite horror film, The Amityville Horror.
Oh, yeah.
I should have figured.
And I say that sarcastically.
The
I
second
think
one, Ryan Reynolds, right?
The remake, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Not second.
Chloe
Ryan-
Moretz, apparently,
Yeah.
girls in there, losing 20 million less than the original.
Figures, Ryan Reynolds.
Right. So now I'm interested on the highest grossing remakes now.
Get out of here, you paper breaking glass.
Letterman?
Letterman.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess you just have to assume every horror movie has been remade.
Right.
You
Right.
Or
seen The
will
Thing?
be remade at one
You seen
point.
The Thing?
Yeah.
You like that one?
But
That's
that's
a
never been
prequel.
remade.
That's
That's,
a
a prequel.
Oh,
right.
that's right.
And
But-
it wasn't
But it's
bad.
horrible prequel.
But it was one of those ones too that was filmed so similar to the original.
And-
like
and it-
pretty
well,
much
it was a prequel.
everything
well,
happened.
the thing is, though, you have to take in their environment.
yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be almost identical. you
They
know what
should
I
have
mean?
did like the thing in like what Hawaii,
Mexico.
or
No,
Mexico.
You know what they should have
The
done?
thing goes Hawaiian by Tim Burton.
You know what they should have done? They should have went off the game. The Xbox game that they did off the thing, which took years later
It was a
with the events
continuation, right?
of the event of the thing.
Yeah.
I think that might have worked.
Well, check this out.
Plus Kurt Russell.
Watch the prequel, watch the original, and then play the game, and you have the
That's true.
trifecta of the
That
trilogy.
just shows you how all these medias are slowly
Yeah,
intertwined.
you got to
with
do
one
that
another.
now.
Into one consciousness.
But you know what? I've been hearing though that they're actually kind of scaling back on that kind of stuff now, like
what?
making big trilogies and big like events. Like before, there was a lot that were getting greenlit. Like
Tell
there's a-
that to fucking what's his face, Peter Jackson.
oh, well, but he's redoing the same one though.
No, he's doing Lord of the Rings and Hobbit.
But I'm saying they're the same world.
Oh,
like
yeah.
so, it's kind of like the Hobbit crowd is still gonna get.
But
the
no,
Lord of the
because
Rings
they're
crowd.
making that Harry Potter continue thing. That,
Tell that to Sony making fucking like 10 Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
Well, what was my point again?
something about remaking movies.
Yeah, but anyways.
Yeah.
Well, Evil Dead was a remake that was
Which actually
pretty-
was successful.
Yeah.
Well, if it wasn't on the richest.com list, then apparently it did really
Fuck
good.
that
right?
site. I call them dubious.
You know,
Shenanigans.
you know
I
why?
don't think they're that rich.
They're stupid because look at one of the movies that we really like is Dread, right?
All right.
Why is that not on the list?
Because I don't think it made a lot of money.
Oh,
did
'cause
make
the-
a lot.
But it probably did better than.
no, the first Dread was even a bomb. That's why.
Correct.
It only made like 60.
It probably even made more than.
And yeah, the first Dread probably made more than this new one.
Yeah, I know it did, but it still was a little because it was one
Yeah.
of Stallone's movies, so they were expecting, you know.
And let's not forget that there was still some stigma attached to the Stallone one.
I think that's what killed a lot of the audience. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
That I didn't give it. I mean, I read good things because I'm into researching nerd stuff. So on the internet, people
Go
were,
figure, huh?
were on the internet, people were abuzz about it. Just like Robocop, people are like really the internet buzz was there first. Like in the morning when we woke up, we saw those links and we're like, Chad's all, it's actually
with
pretty
Robocop,
good.
it could be hit or miss, right? Because the way the trailer made it look.
Well,
but
the funny thing was,
Dread. Ever since the trailer, I was interested right off the bat.
You're right. Yeah.
The funny thing was, when I first read the reviews on Robocop, IGN gave it a shitty review.
Did they?
They gave it like an average review.
They gave it a fanboy
And then you
review.
showed me the one from IO9, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck's going on here?
I haven't paid attention to an IGN review since I was in
IGN's
like
very
high school,
fucking monopolized. Real reviews are garbage.
They know who their audience is,
Of
and they
course.
review to their audience too
course.
much. Like a classic game that might not be like a Call of Duty type game, they'll like not review it as well.
No, of course
it's
not.
just they get paid off supposedly too.
I completely think they get paid off.
Yeah, because there's sometimes their judgment is
Their
just a little
reviews are
too off.
bullshit.
I used to like game trailer reviews. We used to watch those a lot.
watch
Until they
those
fucked
too.
up their website.
Yeah, they changed the design and now the server takes so long. But
Not only that, but just the layout, how to access the archives, everything about it.
I still use it though. But
I like it. It was that was a nice little discussion there. Does anyone else have anything to add?
I'm all right now.
Any final?
Oh, you know what? No, I forgot one piece of news. Well, personal news. I'm going to Comic-Con again.
Oh, nice.
So,
You need that other sound.
30, I know. I got to put more shit in here, but that's why we need to come together, figure out what we need, and then
we'll talk
do
about it
yeah.
after. I know what to do.
But going to Comic-Con again, third year in a row.
Nice.
So I'm only going for 2 days this time around, but considering how fucking chaotic it was last year, I went all 5 days last year.
Yeah.
It's fucking 2 days only. That's it for me.
Yeah.
Going Wednesday, I'm going Thursday, Friday, and that should be
Stay
it.
at the same hotel?
No, we're gonna try to get something closer. See, the problem with Comic-Con is the rooms book in seconds.
Yeah.
So you're fucked. You know what I mean? If you don't have a good fucking connection at home, you're fucked. But so we're gonna try to get something really close to the convention center, and then we'll see what happens.
Sleep in the car.
Yeah, go home just
know.
camp it out right there.
Bring some wet naps.
Where is it at again?
San
Diego. Yeah, camp out on the beach.
You know what I'm thinking? Handheld recorder.
I'm thinking about buying one too.
Yeah.
Interview some losers.
No, I don't know about interviews, but definitely get some
Some
kind of
audio, which is cool. Like
Hot
I'm walking
cosplay
through
chicks.
this or whatever.
Because I think I was mentioning this to Joe earlier. For interviews, I think the smaller conventions are easier to accessible.
Comic-Con's too huge.
That's because boom, 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 you're right in their fucking face. And you want to say something about Popcast? Boom, oh, you guys fucking suck or whatever. You know, whatever the one they say.
But because Comic-Con it's like
just too
they're
chaotic.
paying attention to the big media ones. When we went to Kamikaze, like we were talking to a couple artists and WonderCon, and you were just talking to them and like you could actually just relate to them and say I'm familiar with your work.
Fan of your work, yep.
And then you go up to them and just ask them questions. What I was thinking is like you never know if you're gonna like just bump into someone. That would be fucking crazy.
Well,
You know that would even be really
the
cool.
interesting thing about last year. I walked in just in passing, I saw so many fucking people.
Yeah.
I was just kind of in shock. I saw Lafayette from True Blood.
Okay.
He was at the fucking pizza joint. We were waiting in line. I saw Stan Lee was just walking the halls of fucking
that's cool.
Marriott.
Yeah.
And how did he not get mobbed?
No, he had security with him.
Oh,
I mean, there weren't
boy.
a lot of people. I saw Jim Lee walking in the convention center. I saw Jeff Johns, a bunch of DC writers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, you don't want to interrupt them either. Like, hey, come, but if
No,
they're there,
it's
you're
definitely,
kicking it in some. Hey, do
Exactly.
you mind this? And if
Quick question
you
here
never
and there. Have you heard of Popcast Boom? I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go to all these people. Have you heard of us?
Here's a card. Yeah.
Can you draw me a personalized comic where I am the superhero? Please, right here, right now.
Yeah.
I will.
So, anyways, going to Comic-Con. That's my big
that's
news.
interesting.
When is this happening again?
Fucking, I believe I'm going July 23rd.
Is that when you fucking believe?
24th.
Well, we know it's a
believe
full
so.
episode on that shit.
Honestly, like, literally now, because I know I'm going, it's save mode. Now I gotta save money for the rooms. This is gonna cost me a fucking grand.
Most likely buy something.
Fuck, like, I'm gonna buy tons of shit like I did last year. Gotta save money for that. And then we plan to go to restaurants, buy a little San Diego, not buy shit, but go to the San Diego landmarks for food that we see on the Travel Channel on the bullshit.
Yeah,
So
there's a lot.
I'm gonna go do all that bullshit, but it should be fun. So what I want to do though is kind of why I wanted to do this podcast too. I kind of want to get a group going. That way, if let's say I'm not in the line to get something, but you are, we fucking communicate and hook up with groups and get everything we need.
That's a lot of planning.
It's a lot of money too, isn't it?
To get it, well, they raised the price this time around.
It's like $300.
Don't they raise the price every year?
It's been kind of at a status quo for a while, but what they did now was Before, you used to be able to buy a package. So let's say you want to get all 5 days. Like I think it came out to $150. So with me and my wife, it was like $300.
That's not bad, actually.
Right, but now what they did was they're charging you for every single day.
No packages now.
No packages now.
Oh boy.
So what's it per day? 35, 40?
I think it's like 40 something bucks a day.
Still not bad to go for a day or two.
That or I think it's 25, but either way, all 5 days is gonna run you more than what?
Yeah.
150.
Honestly, that's a lot cheaper than I thought. Because that's still something that's manageable. Like you said, if you manage your money. I thought 150 a
me
ticket
too.
for
Why
sure.
was I thinking so expensive?
I don't know. Maybe
It's not the problem isn't the price. The
We think
problem
negative.
is getting fucking tickets. See, and that's why. See, I after last year, I was really hesitant to go this year because literally everything on my body hurt. You're in line for 10 hours plus.
Oh man.
Jesus.
Especially preview night. So I was mentally and physically
It's like
exhausted.
the nerd decathlon.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, you know what? Never mind. I wouldn't even pay $10
Well,
to
Joseph will start getting
but this is
mad
the thing.
yelling at the
Crack under the
interviewees.
This is the
I'll try to
thing, though.
sneak in through the back or
I
something.
wasn't well planned. Now this
Oh.
year I'm going to be planned. So I'm going to take a little portable chair.
You're gonna bring your katana.
And like you said, have a team
Katana.
would be even great.
Exactly.
Your katana.
Slick, ching.
Oh, and at some point get one of the little $2,000.
I'll cut some nerds' arms off in their mouths. That way I blend in the group.
Well, we're too late this year, so kind of school us on how to plan all that, and I'd be down for something like
But
that
we can
next
go to
year.
something like Kamikaze. That's
Yeah, that's
that for
definitely
sure.
minor,
That for
yeah.
sure. I think we can all kind of just save to do that.
That's a good one.
Because well, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Adult Con.
We can talk afterwards about promoting
The
ideas.
chat is like, yeah.
Interesting twist.
All right, so
He's on now. I'm in it.
all right, so I guess that was a good podcast.
Yeah, man. Sounds good to me, guys.
It's always enjoyable talking to you guys, but unfortunately, it's the end of our show. You can follow us on Twitter, friend us on Facebook. I know, it's really disappointing. I wish we could spend some more time together, but you can friend us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube, or subscribe, I believe is the technical
And make
term.
sure you like
like,
the videos.
follow.
We are working on getting a website up. That way you can download these fucking podcasts to your phone or whatever device you prefer.
But for now,
yeah.
see you everyone. Have a good night.
That's it for Popcast.